Good morning. With the Asian markets extending last week's global rally, we expect a higher opening for the Indian markets as well. The sentiment booster is a better than expected US monthly jobs report that managed to ease some of the concerns over the ongoing economic recovery. But given the US markets are shut today for Labor Day holiday, world equities might just consolidate for a while. The Indian markets too will have one less trading day this week. Markets will be shut on Friday on account of Ramzan Eid. July IIP data is expected this week and might show some loss of momentum due to high base effect. The coming week will be important as well, with the RBI holding its policy meeting. The latest monthly inflation data will also be due next week. Economic reports from the US and China will be few this week, but key data points are expected from Japan and Europe. On the whole, stocks are likely to move sideways in the holiday-shortened week as investors remain worried about the long-term economic outlook. Notwithstanding the relief over the latest US data, there is still skepticism about the health of the US economy and the other parts of the world. Global GDP growth is likely to be tepid, with the second half worse than the first half. Emerging economies will clearly outperform and the industrialized nations will see some slower expansion. The NSE Nifty is likely to find resistance at around 5,500 and further at around 5,600. Support is expected to kick in at around 5,450 to 5,500. The FIIs were net buyers of Rs 2.83 billion in the cash segment on Friday provisionally as per the NSE website. The local funds were net sellers of Rs 1.23 billion. In the F&O segment, the foreign funds were net buyers at Rs 5.91 billion. The FIIs were net buyers of Rs 1.48 billion in the cash segment on Thursday, and the mutual funds were net buyers at Rs 195 million on the same day. The other news for the day is the government of Andhra Pradesh and Larsen & Toubro have signed the concession agreement for the metro rail project in Hyderabad. SBI is considering the merger of all 5 of its remaining associate banks with itself. Kingfisher Airlines has signed a code-share agreement with the British Airways. The promoters of Hero Honda are reportedly in talks with PE players to raise the funds to buy 26% stake held by Honda Motors. Aditya Birla Group has increased its stake by 4% in the past 2 months in Hindalco Industries. Atul Auto is interested in acquiring a not less than 51% stake in Scooters India. Asian Development Bank has written to the promoter shareholders of Petronet LNG expressing its intent to exit the company. Tidewater Oil is scouting for acquisitions in the lubricants space. Jindal Polyfilms aims to raise as much as Rs 20 billion from local and overseas investors. Hindustan Motors is in plans to sell a part of its stake in component maker Avtech. Domestic steel makers have hiked flat steel prices by Rs 200 per ton. Cipla could take a decision to buying up to 25% stake in a unit of South Africa-based Cipla Medpro at the next board meeting in October. Reliance Capital AMC has bought 2 series of convertible preference shares in Trent, the retail arm of the Tata Group, for 210 million rupees. Aditya Birla Group has increased its stake by 4% in the past 2 months in Hindalco Industries, and the promoter's current stake is 36% against 32.08% at the end of June. Foreign exchange reserves rose by $293 million during the week ended 27th of August. Tea production declined in India nearly 3% in July to 123.1 million kg over a year ago period as compared to 126.7 million kgs. Food inflation inched up marginally to 10.86% for the week ended 31st of August. Moving on to the recommendations, the technical calls are: a buy on Hindustan Unilever. We advise buying the stock above levels of Rs 273 for 2-week delivery with stop loss for Rs 265 for target of Rs 297. And a buy on Bharti Airtel. We recommend traders to buy the stock between the range of Rs 338 to Rs 341 with a stop loss to be maintained at Rs 330 for a target price of Rs 355. And the derivative strategies are: long Federal Bank September future in the range of Rs 349.50 to Rs 350.50 for a target price of Rs 360.50 for a stop loss to be maintained at Rs 347.10, and long Syntex September future in the range of Rs 375 to Rs 376 for a target price of Rs 387, and a stop loss is to be placed at Rs 371. Thank you and have a great day ahead.